No more fucking around. It's Wild Style Radio. Wild Style Radio.
Stand up and shout!
What is up? And welcome to the Stand Up and Shout Rock Show. Coming to you live from Salisbury Center Studios in Manassas, Virginia, part of the Wild Style Network.
Welcome, everyone, to the first show of 2026 of the Stand Up and Shout Rock Show.
Sir.
The
Year number 4.
rollout of the Stand Up and Shout Rock Show.
Wow, we are here. It's awesome.
I know,
Again.
right?
Yeah, 2026.
Yeah.
Happy freaking New Year.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what is this? This is our third year of the show?
Kicking off year number 4
Number
of the
4.
show.
I look, it's all blur. As long as Rick's been in this band.
No longer a toddler. Yeah, look at that.
I love it. If you're just joining us, jumping in, we're here. We're excited to have Ephitol in, who is this number 4? Could be number 4 for you.
Yeah,
Is
for
this
you two, it's number 4.
Yeah, number
Yep.
4.
Number 3.
I've been here
The
longer
rest
than
of us.
Oh, up here?
Yeah.
Up here, yeah.
In the booth, yeah. I think this is your
Yeah.
4th time.
Yeah.
I believe it is so, and I love every time. We come.
All right, I know. That wasn't even planned.
Great.
Yeah.
I love it.
All
I love the green and black.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mark makes one, and I had like 3.5. I showed up halfway through one.
Yeah.
You were getting biased. Yeah, John, you want to zoom in on that?
2 years ago, we were out on the stage.
Oh,
There
yeah.
it was.
Yes.
Tonight, 2 years ago,
I remember that show.
2024.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I've seen you guys here a lot. Was that with Evic? Was that with Pete Evic?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is like is it our third?
Well,
I think it's our 4th.
it's the 5th time
Yeah.
we've played. 5th time, I think we played here. We opened up for that AC/DC band.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thunderstruck?
Yep.
Thunderstruck.
And
That's
then we
right.
opened up for Spread Eagle.
Yep. Uh-huh.
And we did the
And,
show with
yeah.
the Road Ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a
We've
few.
done a few here.
And then twice with Pete. So this would be number 6 coming up.
Oh, man.
Like home.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we started out in the lobby.
Absolutely.
I do. That was Local Palooza, right?
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. I
I
like.
didn't even count that one.
Uh-huh.
That was the lobby one. That was
That
all
was
right.
the one we did in the lobby.
You gotta crawl before you walk. It's just how it
Right,
is.
man. We had to earn our way into the building.
Oh, more times than Age of Ruin.
You gotta earn your way.
Yeah, you're right. Right. Yeah, you guys are hitting, what Kevin just said, you guys are hitting Age of Ruin numbers here at the Salisbury Center.
Holy cow! Man.
Yeah, so we're all talking about coming up this Saturday, January the 24th. Guys are opening up for Pete's new venture, the Retro Rock Revival.
Yeah.
And he's going to join us here in a little bit. But, yeah, what you guys been up to? It's been a little while.
Well,
Actually, doing some writing.
we've
Writing
been
and jamming.
Take it, Johnny.
we've been focusing on mostly a lot original stuff that's be coming down the pike a little bit later. We got
Nice.
quite a few we've been working on, so we've been hitting really hard with that, refining our stuff with the covers we've been doing. You know, trying to just refine them, make them good, hone them real good. Coming up with some new material, getting tighter, so to speak. You know, taking a little time off. I'm constantly playing out. We decided to not do so many shows and just kind of focus more on writing new material,
Sure.
brand new stuff. So we got really cool stuff coming down later on in the year, probably by the end of the year. But we got some good stuff coming down the road. And like I said, we just kind of focus as a band, trying to get together, get tighter.
Yeah, it's been a fun process. The writing. I mean, you wouldn't talk about really getting to know each other, and it's really cool. Like, I mean, really, because we know each other as people, but now when you start writing, it gets a little personal. Like your personal thoughts, your personal, and it's really cool to kind of blend everybody's ideas, everybody's thoughts,
Right.
And just having all of us get together and usually getting along in that process. But it's a cool process, a lot of fun.
It's a weird thing when you've got 4 guys that are just playing music.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Covers. Right. But when you're sitting down and you have 4 guys want to go with 4 different directions on a song, and then you have to come to some kind of,
Right.
you have to bring it to a center.
A compromise, right.
Compromise. Yeah. That can be a tough process.
Sure.
Definitely interesting, but a lot of fun. I mean, it really has been a lot of fun.
Are you guys with your originals? Are you writing to record? Or are you writing to like play these live? Like, how are we going to see them first?
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of both. I mean,
Both, isn't it? We're doing both.
I mean, you'll
right?
probably first see them live, but we definitely want the intention to get them recorded and get them out there.
Excellent.
We'll be introducing them slowly in our sets, here and there, maybe one or two here and there throughout sporadically, and then we're gonna focus on honing them real tight and then getting them into the studio and getting them recorded like properly.
Sure.
Mixed down really good. So, and then later on down the road, we're trying to focus on getting an album done. So,
Nice.
Yeah, I think over the next year we'll maybe start sprinkling some in.
Sure. I got to ask the cover question though, because I love this. This is a personal question for me. Are you guys covering Lit Up? Please tell me.
Yeah. We still do that.
When you all cover Lit Up.
That is the plan.
Crush that song.
Oh, thank you.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
We're also going to do John's favorite song.
Oh, what's that?
Tell him, John, what is it?
It's either going to be a Purple Rain or the Foo Fighters song.
Foo Fighters, baby. Foo Fighters all the way. We're doing that
But
one.
what Foo Fighters tune? I've seen you cover a couple, I believe, if I remember right.
Everlong, baby.
Everlong. Okay,
That's the
all
one.
right, all right, you go.
Everlong, we do Everlong in Baker Street, which is the one you want.
Yeah.
Everlong, hands down.
Baker Street's pretty cool, too.
I love
It
it.
is,
It's
yeah.
fun too.
We do
but
both of those.
Everlong,
Yeah.
can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You know-
Everlong, you can't go wrong.
But
many,
you fuck it up and make me hate it, so
it was many eons ago, and it wasn't that long ago, actually. But it was when we first started doing this song, I had this idea. I'm like, man, I want to do that song. Because nobody does that song, and it's really badass. And if the drummer could pull that off, that would be a cool song. So I pressed this guy so hard, and he hated me for it. He would throw things at me, he'd get out of the room, he'd walk out of the band practice. I'm like, dude, just come try it again.
That
But
is,
when
that's
we
an
did it,
incredibly hard song to play.
it is. But we
Yeah.
pressed until we got it, and he's like, man, that's badass. I love doing that song. So. But it paid off in the end, so to speak. It's one of them songs that a lot of people don't want to do because of certain reasons. So a lot of bands will play things, but they can't really do them right, or they don't want to do them because it's too hard to do or it's difficult. But sometimes you got to take a challenge every once in a while, and he took the challenge, and I'm very happy that he did because it came out really well.
Sure.
So,
I still don't.
Kudos,
play,
brother.
Thank you, sir. I still don't play it the way he did.
Sure.
Nah, well.
Sure.
Okay, but
It's always an interpretation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
so
we're trying to think outside the box, all of us. Mark, Ricky, all of us. We're trying to, as he was saying, four guys getting together on a different level. When you get together and you put all these ideas together, and we're all like, hey, stop, let's try this way. And then we'll try it, and then someone else says, hey, man, I want to try it this way. So it's a whole lot of collaboration of different talents and different directions going into one thing, and it comes out. And the outcome sometimes is like, man, that's pretty damn cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, we've all grown together through the frustrating times, through the anger times, through the cool times, whatever, but we've all grown together as a band from when we started this thing, 15 whatever years ago.
So you've been here what?
About
14 years?
At least, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's been a while. And then I just started out, just coming in as a different project.
Yeah.
But I ended up kind of circling back into this project. I was kind of helping out here and there, but then I just stayed. So,
Yeah,
anywho.
it's surprising. He started when he joined Ephitol as a bass player.
Okay. I did not know that.
And then something happened with that. Something happened with our lead guitar player, and he just decided to pick up lead guitar.
There it is.
just
And then
went over.
and then we had some other bass players, and then Rick came in. I think it was 5 years ago.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Nah, it was longer than that, man.
About 4 years.
You're
years.
like the 4 record tonight. Like you wrecked the 4 appearances of Ephitol here in the Salisbury, and then you just wrecked Rick's 4 years.
You've been here long. You've been here longer than 3 years.
I was with Dark Side of Beautiful, and we played here probably 3 times
Really?
Okay.
before Ephitol did.
We'll say 4.5. How's that?
There we
We'll
go.
cut it in the middle.
We're just going to keep that
So
number out
4.5.
there.
It's
change.
called compromise.
Right. You're changing the 6-7, right? If 4 is our 6-7.
You had to go there.
I did.
I thought I'd go all night without hearing that. I didn't make it.
So I called Rick up one day. I said, hey, Rick, man, here's what's going on in my band. I decided to quit playing bass and just went over to lead guitar and then took that role back over again. Because in the middle of that, we were doing another project I was in called Drop Flat
Drop
Johnny.
flat, Johnny.
Yeah.
And I was just, the singer, and I played the lead guitar and all that. But then decided kind of incorporated all of it together and call it Ephitol and be done with it. And
Yeah.
I said, I can't think of anybody better, but Rick.
Yeah.
And Rick's a great bass player. He's solid. He's just a great bass player. So I call him up, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I'll come check it out." And then all of a sudden, just 4.5 years later, he's still here. So
4 1/4.
yeah. All right, now we're down to 4 1/4.
It's a negotiation, baby. It's a negotiation.
Everything's a negotiation.
By the end of the interview, he's going to be down to months.
Yes. You're like a baby, like baby years. You know, they're going to measure that in months for you.
But I have to tell you though, in those 4.25 years,
50 months.
with Ricky being in the band, we all have grown a lot tighter. It's been a little bit different of a dynamic when Rick came in because he put us on a path of more professionalism, I could say, or
Tightened us up as a unit.
tighten us up as a unit.
Nice.
Thinking we thought of things with him that we never thought of before. So he kind of brought a huge element to it, and it brought us all together even tighter. And so all the things we were overlooking before, we don't overlook anymore. We're like, oh, okay, we need this way instead of that way because it makes a big difference. So.
And anytime you bring in a new band member, like everybody brings something to the band, right? Now, you don't always need what they're bringing, but everybody brings something. And it just so happens that most of what Rick brings is what the band needs. And it fits perfect. So, not to mention the fact that, he's an amazing bass player. So.
The main thing was the live shows. Because we didn't have a whole lot of lights, and there was not a whole lot of production value.
Right.
We did a show.
Right.
But dude, we put on a show now.
Yeah.
We've got lights everywhere.
Sure.
So I mean, it's a whole lot cooler.
Oh yeah.
We go into these some of the bars we play, and we spend 2 hours prepping this bar with the lights and everything else. And once we kick in, people are like, "Holy shit!"
Especially people that have seen other bands there, and they're like, "Whoa, something's going on here."
Production's everything, that.
And that's what it's all about. Because you ain't played a lick yet, and everybody's like, "This band's good."
Sure.
So it's not you've actually got to back that up, or they leave. But you've already got to jump ahead because these guys at least put forth the effort. They're putting something here, so
Sure.
worth sticking around for.
Well, I'm going to ask one more thing about the originals because I'm kind of curious about this. This is a direction I was not expecting from you guys tonight, and it's fun. That's great. Like so we obviously know from your covers what your influences are. We've talked about that on past shows. What are your originals? What do you feel they're sounding like? You're talking about these elements that you're bringing in, to these songs. I'm curious as to what those elements are, being a person who hasn't heard them yet.
Well, we're specifically trying to make these songs unique, not sound like something someone else has done.
Okay.
I just play the drums. I don't know where. I don't know where he's.
We already have really one on the repertoire,
Yeah.
and I mean that's kind of got a pop punk sound, but that we don't want that to define our sound.
Sure.
But we definitely want that to be a part of it.
Sure.
But I mean, there's some southern rock influence, there's some classic rock influence, some heavy metal influence, mainly from me. But like these guys are Ted Nugent's or Led Zeppelin kind of guys, or a little bit of '80s rock.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all in there. I mean, and it's just, I mean, we've all been listening to this music our entire lives, and it's all going to come out in that.
It's like if you took a couple, like 3 or 4 good different genres and throw them in a pot together and they had a baby together. That's kind of where it's going. I was trying to throw a little bit of essence of everything in there, just to kind of it might sound like a little 50-ish, and then it might go into a little bit of 80s, and then it might go back into a little 60s sound.
Sure.
Just because of how the collaboration of the song went.
But they still rock.
They still rock. It's mostly a rock song, but we're taking the vibes of all different kinds of genres, rock and roll genres, or bluesy or jazzy, like McGrath said, and then you throw them in a pot together, and we're just kind of playing off different aspects of those to create a song.
Sure.
I think what he's trying to say is we all have different styles.
Right.
Okay. We all have different types of music that we're into. Okay. And then we all bring that. Okay.
Sure.
I have a certain way I play the drums. He has a certain way he plays the bass, and Mark has certain ways that he, and we try. That's why it gets kind of tough because all four of us are coming at the same idea from four different ways of playing it.
Right.
Yep.
I'm into classic rock and the country.
And he likes disco.
Yeah, well, hey,
Everybody has their vice.
Disco fair.
Butterfly collars and platform shoes right there, buddy.
But and Mark comes at it from a kind of heavy metal punk type thing.
Yeah.
Johnny kind of likes the hair ballads.
Okay.
And
80s
I ain't
metal.
figured out what the fuck Rick wants to do.
I'm all over the map.
Rick's more of punk, though. You like punk.
I like it all.
You like it all. Yeah.
I'm, Frank Marino is one of my favorites. Guitar
Mahogany
playing
Rush.
guys.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they didn't tell you we are playing 2 originals this weekend, and he can name them.
Yeah, a shitload of dimes.
Oh, nice.
That's our intro. Yeah, and then of course Really Wanna.
All right. Cool. Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we decided to turn the cool intro into
I mean, that's
something like a song, so it's cool.
All right.
It's different, man. How about you guys? I wanted to ask how you're.
You're gonna flip this
I'm
on
gonna
me.
flip it. How are you guys?
sir.
been
Now
doing?
we're going to interview you.
Let's hear about your band a little bit. Just a little
The
bit.
spotlight's coming in this direction.
Wow, there it is, buddy.
So I actually run between 2, and so one is just really kind of your classic rock and typical cover band. That's First Try.
Right.
We've been doing a lot together over the last year, and especially over the last 3 months. So we've been pretty active. Centerville, Manassas. It's been a lot of fun. So I've had a lot of fun.
A great area, man. I would love to venture back out there again. Was there
Yeah,
back
thanks
in the
for
day?
asking.
Wasn't Jay owned a place called? Was it Sully's?
Yep.
Yes.
Centerville?
Yeah, we
Sully's.
played there a few times.
Yeah.
I've seen Pete there a few times. Actually,
We played with Pete once there.
Yeah, we opened up.
I
we
think that was
opened up for-
before I was in there.
Yeah, it was. It was.
we opened up for
yeah.
Pete. That was 15 years ago.
Yeah, Mike Coladas was still playing
Mike
bass then.
Coladas.
Right.
Yeah.
That place, I went out there before.
Andy
It was
Yo.
pretty cool. I was like, man, this is. And I saw Jay out there. I was like, Jay, you bought another place?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, I think I was at the same time frame when Jax,
Yeah.
he sold Jax or whatever.
Yes.
happened with that
Yep.
whole
Yeah.
thing. And then he still had Sully's. And I think he owned part of Nick's down in Old Town. I mean, in Alexandria.
Yep.
That place was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sully's is gone now, isn't it?
I think so.
I
think so,
think it's
too.
gone.
Something
yeah.
else is in there.
Yeah.
Did you know I met in Nick's? I was a lot younger though. I played with a band called Brigger back in the day. It was all original music and stuff, and it was pretty cool. But we played a show there at Nick's, and I met Nick. He was pretty cool, and then Jay happened to be there. I actually met Janie Lane in there.
Really?
We opened for that.
Wow.
He was doing an
Cool.
acoustic thing. I was like,
Wow. I mean, especially with his passing, like that's
yeah,
really special.
this is
Really, yeah.
before his passing,
yeah.
Oh, obviously.
but yeah, obviously.
The ghost of
The
Jamie.
ghost of Janie Lane. But
Was he really there?
It was
Was he
just
really
the
there?
oddest thing. I mean, the back, we're in the back room and stuff, getting our stuff together. I'm like, I accidentally bumped into him. I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing, Janie? Good to meet you, man. It was kind of freaked me out a little bit because I'd never seen the guy in my life.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know he was actually playing there until the day of, like a couple hours before.
Right.
So to bump into the guy and actually meet him and talk to him for a few minutes was pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely.
It was
I've heard great things about him. I've
Really
never
nice
met
guy.
him. That's right. That's the first thing I hear out of people's mouths. Just like the nicest person to talk to.
most down to earth guy ever, man. And then shortly thereafter, then tragedy happened and things. He didn't look. He looked good, but he looked kind of like he was not. He was kind of sickly, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It didn't look like he did back in the 80s on the videos, But,
Right.
but it was cool to meet the guy, and it was cool to open up for him. And I had no idea what was happening to me at that time. I was like, hey, man, I'm opening for Janie Lane. But it was the coolest thing ever just to meet. I met a bunch of cool people at Nick's and things of that nature, too. But
Sure.
But that Nick's moment was actually pretty cool. And I don't know if Jay has anything to do with that anymore, but I was just going back to a story because of that. So, anyway.
Pretty cool.
He's not here because I got stories about Jeff Salisbury played Nick's
Did
a
he
bunch
really?
back in the day, and I with Bart Harris.
Oh, wow,
like when
I
he
know
was playing
Bart
with Bart and
Harris.
Amethyst
Yeah.
and
Wow.
all of that era.
No
So
way.
like I I got dirt on him about some things. I'll save for when he's here.
Yes, we did have another podcast about that. Dirt on Jeff Salter.
I do.
There we go.
I got shit on him. I will say this: he didn't finish a show. I had to finish a show for him because he was in the zone.
I was out there. Well, it happens. It happens.
I'll start with that. There's the other sides of that story that continue then after. But
Oh my God.
There's always more to the
Get to
story.
this other side.
absolutely.
Creativity comes at a cost.
But
Yes, it does.
going back to next Saturday, we're completely stoked about this. We've been hitting it hard, trying to get that. We're going to be super tight. We're going to put on a great show. I cannot wait to rock this center again, man. I love playing here. It's one of the
It's
best
gonna be a big
places.
party.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
party.
And we'll say it several times probably, with Pete Evitt coming in a little bit.
No cover.
I like
Yes,
that's a big,
no
that's a
cover's
big
big.
piece. Nobody has to pay to see this.
Save
so-
your money and buy more beer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Just come on down, bring whoever. If somebody's, sometimes you get that person that's like, I don't want to pay the cover. Like, I'm just
Oh,
going to bag on
yeah.
that. You don't have to, that's not the excuse anymore.
Yep. Yeah, find another excuse. Get down here, drink some beer, see some music.
Don't pay the cover. We got merch.
Yeah.
And help out for the local bands. It's all about the local bands, man.
Yeah.
You got to help support us because it's a dying breed. It's starting to fade a little bit, but we're trying to keep it alive.
Right.
So it's up to guys like us,
Yeah.
all of us in this room right here, to keep it beat, to keep it going.
Exactly.
So
Fewer and fewer places
It's gonna
playing
be-
live music.
It's going to be a great night. I was with Pete a couple nights ago, and they were rehearsing. The songs they were playing were great.
Okay, cool.
And they really rocked it.
And he is, and I'm going to talk to him as a little bit of a spoiler, but he is sticking to covers, just to only covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to see
Okay.
any Evic music that night. Right. Mm-hmm.
So did you guys?
He'll be able to tell you all that.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did you guys coordinate just to make sure? I'm sure there's probably some crossover and potential songs. So
Well, we were doing his whole set list, but he made me stop. Actually, we don't do any songs they do. Yeah, because we're totally different.
Sure.
The songs we play are, in my opinion, are different from most bands in the area. That's why we try to pick them that way.
Sure.
Yep.
We're not all playing the same songs every night.
Yeah, I think they're going to know how to move along so they can get.
Yeah. All right. Oh, is it John's on the phone and on the mic at the same time? Look at that. He's got like one ear up. You know what I mean? Like
That's what that
phone and
Exactly.
I love
That's
it.
I got Jeff on the
right
phone,
there,
but
buddy.
he's
That's
at
fine.
dinner, so I was trying to be short with him. So
Gotcha. Yeah.
we'll move it along.
All right. All right. There we go, John. All right. Well, so like if you guys want to talk it up a little bit and just kind of change direction in the conversation. So since we are in our first show of the year, we get a little reflective of the past year and the following year, 2025, because we always start the year, and we're going to do it a little bit later. We make rock predictions for 2026, right? So we did this last year. We're not going to go 26 right now, John. We're going to go back to 25. So this just might be, I don't know if you have the visuals for that. If you don't, it's no big deal. Like what we did like back in the day.
I don't
I
have the
remember
one from
that.
last year, but
Yeah.
the
Don't worry
two
about
slides
it.
I got are both this one.
I know. I was gonna say. I know I shared mine with you, but like Kevin and I can just speak to them, and we'll see your thoughts. What did you guys think, like, of rock and roll in 2025? Like, what do you remember? Anything stand out for the year for you guys?
Yeah, Ace Frehley died.
Right?
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a rough one, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I think it was a hard year for rock and roll.
Yeah,
There's a
definitely.
lot of people, Pat. Ozzy.
Ozzy.
Yeah, that was
Ozzy.
Ozzy, of all people. I was like,
Yeah.
man.
Right.
Well, we all knew eventually one day
Well,
the Prince of
ours-
Darkness.
Ozzy
Right.
had Parkinson's for a long
But,
time.
Right.
dude, on his death stage, so to speak,
Yeah.
he was still rocking out, still singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Couldn't get
saw
up
that.
off the chair, but he was still singing.
Yeah.
And that right there, man, that speaks volumes.
Right.
For rock and roll, for people that really love what we do and what he did. I mean, that gives you a little of encouragement to push a little harder.
Sure. Yeah, we were reflective, right? Like we did a year in review. We always do a year review in the end, and that became the tone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
man.
how much we missed and things that happened. Oh, John, we got to let Pete in. How much that happened that we missed out on, and it was just like a somber year in some ways.
Yeah.
But there's some good too. Like I look at bands like Metallica, bands like Pantera that were back out there again. And I remember growing up watching the old bands playing when they were older, and just going, oh, they're just hanging on.
Right.
But like Metallica's still out there banging,
absolutely.
man.
Stadium tour.
You know,
That was
yes,
great.
and just putting on a show.
Sure.
Like, not just going out there, a bunch of old guys just going through their songs. Like,
No.
and then to see the guys from Pantera up there, and even Limp
Some of
Bizkit
them.
was another one that,
Yeah.
it was good to see them, kind of a little revival from them, and putting out some good music as well, but from them, and some good live shows. So then I was seeing some of them older bands that were, I guess, younger when we were younger.
They saved Stadium Rock.
Yeah. I mean, it was- yes, exactly,
It was
exactly.
Metallica's year and there was no other, although maybe AC/DC. They did they did a major tour, but I guess it was. They were in Northwest Stadium.
Yep.
Yeah. So so those were the two Stadium Rock acts of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Metallica and AC/DC.
Oh yeah, they were.
Yeah,
getting it, man.
that whole part of these bands hanging on.
As far as the
Every
year
time
went,
I see the Rolling Stones, I'm thinking these guys are just hanging on.
Right.
Those have been they've been an old band as long as I've been alive. I mean,
I was like 3 years old when Satisfaction came out.
yeah, so,
I mean,
you're a baby.
I mean,
but
I was going to say that, last year I thought was horrible in rock and roll.
Yeah.
Not one good concert came to Jiffy Lube that I found interesting.
That you're right. Like the
And not
local
one,
here. Yeah.
Not one good concert came to Talio,
Yeah.
which I thought was unusual.
Yeah.
And maybe one or two.
Are you a Collective Soul fan?
Not real.
I was gonna say
not real big.
that was the only thing I caught out of Jiffy Lube was Collective Soul and live.
I don't know, the Rob Zombie and
that's right.
Alice Cooper was off the charts, man. That was a big show.
That was one thing that was good. The Ocean City Fest when we went to
Yes.
That-
Yeah.
You were there. That
Oh,
was
yes,
that
yeah.
was the shit, dude.
I could not make that. I can't. I couldn't. The
Oh, you
Boardwalk
weren't there.
Rock,
You weren't there. That's right.
I could not make it. I can't
thought you
remember.
were-
I had something going on that weekend.
Dude, that Rob Zombie stole that whole thing. That was
Sure.
the baddest,
Yeah,
awesome
and
show.
he brings it, man. He does.
Wow.
I mean, that dude puts on a show.
And they just called him up out of the blue to come do it. And he came up in there, man. He came up there swinging.
So that's. I mean, I remember the first time I ever saw Rob Zombie was at Ozfest, and they were.
What's up, I knew he was going to say something.
But
And Brett Michaels' band, they fucking rocked it, buddy.
But yeah, anyway, so it was the year that the guy from Drowning Pool passed away on the Ozfest tour, and Rob Zombie was actually headlining the second stage on that. So he had a second stage setup.
Yeah.
And he filled in for them that night, kind of last minute, and I mean, still just brought, I mean, a huge show.
Sure.
On a second stage setup, it was
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Because he really had nothing to work with but him
Yeah.
and his charisma,
Yeah.
and it was awesome. I mean, he just put on a great show.
And it was like, to me, got big numbers out at that festival too. Like there was a shift, and I've been, and Rick, I know you've been an M3 Rock Festival goer forever.
Yeah.
And you see those numbers kind of start to fade away from that M3 Rock Festival and move in that direction towards. I feel like I knew more people that went to Boardwalk Rock than I did it. And I liked M3 this year. We liked
M3 was good.
It was a good, David Lee Roth.
This
was there.
year's
Wow.
a
We
huge
had to miss that
disappointment.
one.
Yeah.
This year's going to be a huge disappointment.
Yeah. It's not a festival, really, right? It's
Oh,
it's
it
a
is
one
not.
day.
Yeah, one
event.
day.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to the Music Mountain Festival, or what's it called now? Is that what it's called now? The Monsters of the Mountain. That's going to be
Right.
insane. I'm so happy that Brett Michaels' band's going to play. I'm so happy that. Faster Pussycat's playing, man. All the good bands, man. I cannot wait for that one. That's going to be cool. Rick turned me on to that one. He said, "Man, you got to go to that." So I went 2 years ago. It was my first time there, and it was like, oh my god, I was blown away. I loved it better than M3. M3 is good, but that was way better.
Yeah.
And the Boardwalk Rocks was cool too. So we
Yes.
can get a little bit of everything. I haven't gone on the boats yet, but that's
Got
coming.
another
later.
mic. Pete.
I was gonna say I think we're gonna shift, right? We're gonna shift. We're gonna get
We have
like
a shift.
Yeah, well, that's how we're gonna probably make this, kind of play out. We'll get you guys the first act of the Retro Rock Revival that's going to be happening on January 24th,
Saturday the 24th.
Got that date right.
Yep.
And then we have literally the Retro Rock Revival coming in next.
That's right.
All right. Well, thanks you guys for stopping by.
All
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
As
Thanks for
always,
having
thank
us,
you,
man.
brother.
Yeah.
We had a
Fun,
good
man.
time, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I'll see you in another week.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We will be here.
All right, cool.
Another week.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks,
We'll
guys.
be ready.
All right, love it. I'll be ready.
All right.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes